Hey, difference maker. Okay, I've got some advice for you today. There's one place when you are on your path, when you are living the adventure of being the difference maker you came here to be, you're moving toward the vision you have for your life and the work that you want to be doing. There is one place I want to make sure you do not get stuck. There's a place you do not want to get stuck. I've been there. Trust me, the least amount of time you can spend stuck in this place, the better. It's a good place to spend some time, just don't get stuck. And that place is up here. Oh my goodness gracious. If I could count early on in my journey the number of times that I kind of slowed myself down or got paused on my journey because I felt like certain things had to happen before I could get out of my head and take action. Oh my gosh. Let's just say I've learned the hard way, but that's okay because you don't have to. At least not anymore if you've made this mistake before. When we get stuck in our head, we don't take action, okay? One of the major keys to accomplishing the life you want to be living is to take steps toward the life you want to be living. That means, yeah, you can't just wish for it and then it just happens. You do have to take action. It is really important to take action. Now, I am a big believer, as many of you know, in inspired action. Inspired action versus hard work, night and day. They look the same from the outside. People just see you getting stuff done. They see you doing things, but you know on the inside, in your heart, it feels different. When you take action because you felt inspired to, you're excited for, whatever the potential outcome is and the direction it's moving you toward the vision you have for your life, of course. And then there's hard work where it's like the hard work is like motivation. It comes from the outside. Not that there's anything wrong with motivation. And the fact of the matter is hard work will get some stuff done. The only problem is hard work will also wear you out. Hard work continuously leads to burnout. Inspired action is actually a pretty fulfilling process. So, that said, the biggest key here is you do have to take action. Now, I've had so many coach clients over the years that have said, well, I'm not ready to take action because I want to have more clarity first. It doesn't work that way. Now, you can visualize, you can, create a vision for the life you want, you can write it down, you can do a vision board. All those are great things, but you can't get stuck there. You just can't get stuck there, expecting 100% clarity. Clarity is not something that you have before you take action, not fully. Clarity is something that comes from the action. Confidence. I've had clients say, well, I'm just not super confident yet. I want to wait till I feel, more confident, more like I know what I'm doing. And then I'll take action. Doesn't work that way. The confidence doesn't come before the action, at least not 100%. The confidence comes from the action. Action creates both clarity and confidence. And here's the beautiful thing about action. Every action you take, every action you take, one of two things is going to happen. Either A, it's a win. It went the way you hoped it would go, and you're happy with the results, and you seek for ways to replicate. It's a win. The other thing that can happen, it's a lesson. You might call it a failure or a fall. Maybe it is. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you took a wrong action, although I don't think there's such thing as wrong action because it's still something we learn from. But even if it feels like in that action, that choice you made in that action you took, it was a mistake ultimately, and it feels like that action failed, there's a lesson to be learned. What not to do. Or maybe you step back, take a broad look at it, and determine how can I do that differently next time that would yield a better chance for success. There's always a lesson to be learned, which means when you take action, it is either a win or it is a lesson. A lesson is a win which means taking action is a win-win situation. So I cannot encourage you enough. Don't just take action for the sake of action. Line up with what you want first. Line up with the vision you have for your life, why it is you want it, and then do the inspired action, the impulses, the ideas that come to you. Don't sit on them. Take action when you feel the impulses. Take action when you feel inspired to do so, because it is such a fulfilling process then. It isn't something that you just kind of begrudgingly do. It is you moving toward the life you want to be living, and that is all good. That is all with enthusiasm and excitement. I really want you to have a positive expectation for the vision you have, for the life you want to be living and the work that you want to be doing. But you got to remember that you can't get stuck up here. You cannot get stuck in your head trying to figure it all out before you take action. You can't. That will leave you stuck for some time to come. So get out of your head, get into your heart, get into your body, and do something. Even a small action, something that will move you in the direction of the dream that you have for your life. Something. Okay? Clarity doesn't come before action. Clarity comes from action. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes from the action. The strength that you build as a leader, it's not just something that happens because you think about it and want it to be. That strength comes from action, from doing the things, from being the leader that you want to be, taking the action. And wisdom, you don't just wake up and get to decide to have wisdom. You can't have wisdom without living life. You've got to take the action. Wisdom doesn't come before the action. It comes from the action, just like the clarity and the confidence and the strength. You want to be more wise so that you can help more people. You can be even more of a leader than you already are. That comes through life experience and through wisdom. It comes from taking action, celebrating your wins, learning when there's lessons to learn and celebrating that, and then paying it forward from what we learn along the way. So don't get stuck in your head. Eyes on the prize. That's the vision you have for the life you want to be living. Remembering why it is you want it. Why is it important to you? And then do something. Take action. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck thinking you have to have it all figured out, because guess what? You don't. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. You just don't. You don't have to know every step you're going to take in the next year to find success, to create success. You don't. You just need to know the next step. That will help give you more clarity and confidence so that you can then take the next step. More clarity and confidence, take the next step. It's just one step at a time. One thought, one choice, one action at a time. As Martin Luther King said, have faith. Take the step first in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. So if you find yourself getting stuck in your head, put this video back on and then snap out of it and take some inspired action. Think about the vision, the why you want it. Let that inspire something. Do something, small, big, whatever. Do something. I promise you'll feel better. You'll feel more accomplished, even if it feels like a small step. If it's a step toward the life you want to be living, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's better than being stuck up here. Okay? So don't get stuck here. Take action and keep moving toward the life you want to be living. Okay? Until our paths cross again, my dear friend, difference maker, I am wishing you much love. Take care.